Next on to politics now. Political parties contesting the September the 21st governorship election in Edo State have signed a peace accord in Benin City, the state capital. The People's Democratic Party and its candidate, Aswe Godalu, however, refused to sign the peace accord after the party accused the police of allegedly siding with another political party ahead of the governorship election. During the signing, INEC chairman, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu, asked the political parties to shun any act of violence during the election.
For us in INEC, at the election management body, I want to assure political parties and candidates that we'll continue to play our part according to the law and best practice as articulated in the clauses of the National Peace Accord. I appeal to political parties and candidates to note that it is not your signatures on the peace document that will guarantee peaceful elections. It is your commitment to its implementation that is critical.
For more update on the refusal of PDP to sign the peace accord, PDP spokesman Olu Martins joins me on the news. He joins us from Edo State via phone. Good to have you join us.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
So speak to us as to why your party, you have stated it, but why your party refused to sign this peace accord, because some people will say, look, it doesn't send the right signal to your supporters.
Well, it depends on what you mean by signal. I remember a popular musician, I think it was Wycliffe, that said, we don't want peace, we want equal rights and justice, because peace is not the absence of crisis, it is the presence of equal rights, it is the presence of justice. And we don't want a ceremonial peace accord, because all of the indications so far is making it look like this is not a contestation between political parties. It's beginning to look like this is a contestation between political parties in collusion with the Nigerian police. And in very recent times, we have also lost confidence in the capacity of independent electoral commissioner in Edo State to run this election without collusion with the opposition, APC. So why should we sign the peace accord? The peace accord means that we agree at the build-up to the election, because an election is a process. You just don't, it's not an answer. There's a process that leads to the answer. It's like a quadratic equation. Before you got to the answer, there's a process. There are stages to it. And all of the stages in this election have not convinced us that the police is willing to whip everybody in life. Do not forget that the responsibility of the police is the protection of life and property. And it doesn't matter whose life, and it doesn't matter whose property.
And Mr. Olu Martins, have you shared these concerns with the Commissioner of Police in the state, and what response are you getting?
Yeah, we went to the day before yesterday thereabout, when the chairman of Eastern West was whisked off from his house in Epoma and then brought to Benin City. We had the opportunity to engage the Commissioner of Police, and he told us that his hands were tied and that these were orders from above. The chairman of Eastern West is not the first, he's not the second, he's not the third. At the last count, we know that we have had almost 30 of our people who were whisked off literally from their own house, no charge, no arrest warrant, and then in law that's what is called forum convenience. If allegedly a crime is committed in Edo State, why do you take the people to Abuja and then put them in holding? They are incommunicado, they can see their wives, they can see their children for something that happened here. All right? This is a federal system of government, and Edo State is a subnational. We have consistently, I went with our party chairman to pay a courtesy call on the Commissioner of Police when he first of all came. And he gave us these assurances. As it stands now, those assurances are falling apart because in an incident that happened in Airport Road.
My apologies, but we do have to leave it there, Mr. Lumartins. This is a continuing conversation. The election is just barely 9 days away. Thank you for your time. PDP spokesman in Edo State. All right, let's talk to some security stories. The chief of the Air Staff says, as the Nigerian Air Force forges ahead amid the security challenges, efficient resource management becomes not just an operational necessity, but a moral imperative. Air Marshal Hassan Abubakar explains that when resources are managed with integrity, it enhances the ability to maintain a high state of readiness. Sifon Essien reports.
Officers of the Nigerian Air Force converge on the Air Force headquarters for a finance conference. The goal is to improve financial management in the Nigerian Air Force in the wake of evolving security challenges in the country. As the service tackles emerging security challenges, efficient resource management becomes both an operational and moral necessity.
When resources are managed with integrity and prudence, it enhances our ability to maintain a high state of readiness, to train, equip, and deploy our personnel effectively, as well as to ensure that operational directives are executed without financial constraints.
Fostering a culture of accountability in the management of Nigerian Air Force finances in support of contemporary air power demands. This was born out of the desire to ensure clear visibility in financial transactions, promote ethical behavior, and encourage efficiency in the utilization of scarce resources.
Just like other government organizations, the Air Force operates within the larger financial system of government.
Without security, economic activities are stifled, revenue generation suffer, and the capacity of the government to finance its operation diminishes. Conversely, without sound public financial management, the resources needed to address the security challenges effectively cannot be mobilized. This has led the president of the current regime and in the past to introduce financial reforms that are audacious in nature to promote accountability, bring about transparency, instill fiscal discipline, and good governance.
For the Nigerian Air Force authorities, effective financial management will enhance the ability to maintain a high state of readiness to train, equip, and deploy personnel effectively while ensuring operational directives are executed without constraints. Sifon Essien, TVC News, Abuja.
And residents of Plateau State are pleased with the introduction of a toll-free emergency helpline by the leadership of Operation Safe Haven in the state. This development is in line with the efforts of the Military High Command to ensure quick passage of information for swift response. Senior reporter Funam Joshua in Plateau State has the details.
Efforts of the leadership of Operation Safe Haven in tackling and restoring normalcy across troubled communities in Plateau State, including all areas of joint operations, have continued to receive commendation. The latest approach is the activation of an active toll-free emergency helpline for the general public. The toll-free line is specifically to serve as the fastest available means for the populace to report cases of insecurity within their communities to the headquarters of Operation Safe Haven for prompt action.
The toll-free line is free. The toll-free line, people should know that even if you do not have credit on your phone and you are able to dial the line published by Operation Safe Haven, you will be able to get to the higher authority for swift response or swift action. The toll-free line is 0800-00-20203.
This development is receiving commendations from residents of Plateau State.
We know very well that most often time people in the villages will say that they have made calls and then calls are not going or they don't know who to even reach. But I want to believe that they are able to make these numbers available is a good one. For me, I will also call on our citizens here on the plateau to ensure that they take advantage of it.
With the new commander, we have seen how he has taken effort to ensure that plateau remain peace and safe for resident. The new strategy of giving out lines, hotlines for the general public to reach them is timely.
Since it's free, people will be able to tell them at all times what is happening within their locality. So it's a very, very good development. It will assist the insecurity that we are facing today.
The general public is enjoined to take advantage of the initiative and report security breach or any form of crime to the Operation Safe Haven. Funom Joshua, TVC News, Jos.
Operatives of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps in Ondo State have arrested 12 suspects for engaging in illegal oil bunkering, illegal mining, vandalism, and stealing in the state. The state commandant of NSCDC, Oluyemi Biloyi, who paraded the suspects in Akure, said the arrest was made possible through collaboration with the Nigerian Army. Senior reporter Ayodeji Muradiyo reports.
This is another success story for officers and men of the Nigeria Security and Civil Defense Corps, NSCDC, in Ondo State. This time, 12 suspects were paraded before journalists. 3 of the suspects were arrested for oil theft, while 5 were apprehended for illegal mining. 3 persons were paraded for stealing and 1 for the vandalization of national assets.
This morning we'll be parading 12 suspects.
The state commandant of the NSCDC, Oluyemi Ibiloye, explained that some of the suspects were arrested through the collaboration of the Nigerian Army.
Actually paraded some illegal miners, and I will say that we will not allow our national wealth to be plundered by some selfish elements. These 5 were arrested around Agunlekpa mining site in Odigbo local government on the 3rd of September and this of September 2004. We also have Aderi Boye, Adesholamil 44, was arrested in Oda town also for burglary and stealing. Also we have Bashiru Abdullahi, 20 years of age, was arrested for buying and receiving of stolen goods. We've always warned.
The commandant issued a stern warning to bunkerers and others who engage in illegal activities in the state.
That some of the criminals we have in Ondo State are actually not resident here. They come here, commit their nefarious act, and then they find their ways to neighboring states. But we said that we will not stop on ours to ensure that the people of Ondo State sleep with their 2 eyes closed.
One of the suspects arrested for illegal oil bunkering, who claimed to be the driver of the vehicle, appealed to the government for forgiveness.
The man just hired me, say I should help him to drive the motor from the location where they load the motor to Bokoda. So I just need money to adjust my motor engine. So that is why.
The suspect, according to the commandant, will be charged to court after the conclusion of investigation.